Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress. So if you watched the last episode, I'm sure you realized before I did that I was going to have a problem. So as I told you, I let the fortress run for a little bit to fill up this magma pool, so it'll be ready for this episode. But unfortunately, it's just too big, and I was not getting enough inflow from our magma tube to be able to fill this entire chamber. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of match up with where these workshops are now, and then I'm going to build walls down here to make smaller chambers inside this area so that there's less area for it to fill. So hopefully that will work a little bit better. But I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys back because we have another caravan coming in. So I figured, you know what, we'll go ahead and bring you back, and we'll just kind of go from there. So, for this episode, I want to finish off our magma chamber. Hopefully, this will kind of evaporate or burn out, rather, and we'll be able to go back down here safely and build those walls. And also, I would like to work on this area a little bit more. So, I think before I do that, trade with the caravan, I want to go ahead and put in a set of stairs on both sides of this tower. And we're going to go ahead and do this so that it's the same size, just so it kind of has that feel that it's like an actual castle that's right above, um, like it's just a second floor of the castle. And I think what I also want to do is I want to have like a small area here that we can kind of have troops go out on and fire from. And I also want to come down the sides here. So I think what I'm actually going to do is like this and create like a hallway. Let's come out one more. And then have a little bit of a hallway. And then I think I want it to, I'll let it overhang a little bit, maybe. Or maybe that's not a good idea, because then they could hide against the walls. So we'll have it come up to here, and we'll just go down to there. I think that should be good enough. So we're gonna do like we did over here. Go out to, build a little hallway, and then from here up to there. Perfect. And then we'll have our dwarves get ready on that. I think in this area here, because I want to mount some siege equipment up here. So I'll put stockpiles probably over here in this area for bolts and boulders to use for our siege equipment. So we'll have our dwarves get busy on that. And then let's come down here and we'll check with our traders. These, I think they're the elves that we requested goods from before. So let's go ahead and see what all we have. Let's check our bins first. Wow, this one's worth 11,000. I wonder if one of our yep, so a large round brilliant cut rose quartz worth 1900. Wow. I don't want to trade that though. So let's see, is there anything else? Gem bin just has a lot of kind of unvaluable ones. Ones that aren't very valuable, I should say. A finished goods bin worth 14,000. Silver goblets. We don't want to trade any of the... Actually, this might be the bin that's in our... No, that should be in a stockpile. Let's see. Maybe we just have some... Let's go back up to this other finished goods bin, and we can trade some stuff from that, I believe. Where was it? This one up here. Yeah, we just won't trade this guy. I think we can select individual ones from the bin when we transport it, because I don't think there's really going to be all that much that we want to trade with these elves. So we're going to have someone bring that up. And we need to come down here to our area. Oh, I did do a couple of other things. So you can see I've got some farm plots up and ready to go. They've only completed the one, so we're going to go ahead and assign that to be plump helmets. And I have a new area designated for our seed stockpile. And I came up here to the surface, and I told them to remove this one and remove the stockpile for that as well. Alright, so what are they mining? Yep, okay, so they're mining that out, so that's good. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have, I'm going to designate this area to be mined out to match this area. And then I'll have them channel down so that's so that's all open for our archers and our siege equipment. So let's see who's bringing up. Oh, and that reminds me, I also did assign a couple more dwarves to our first militia group here. So I'm gonna want to make some more equipment for these guys, because we sold some of it to the traders from the mountain home last time. So these guys, I set them to a staggered training order, so I believe every 3 months they rotate. Just because we are kind of limited. And also I have to see what's going on with this unhappiness. We do have some that are rather unhappy. One of them was our militia commander, just because he had been set on constant training. So he was, I think, upset that he wasn't able to practice skills or anything like that. Where is our... Okay, so you're bringing it up here. You're going to be there soon, so let's go ahead and request our broker. So when he wakes up, he'll probably go grab something to eat and drink, and then he'll come up here. So as you can see, our guys are going and grabbing some equipment or dropping it off. And our miners are pretty quickly getting this mined out as well. So also now, with the siege update, enemies can dig through native blocks. So I think eventually we're going to want to replace this with one of the new construction pieces we can build, the reinforced wall. So it says you can build reinforced walls above ground, in caverns, or in spaces you have mined out in order to block the passage of creatures, objects, and fluids. Requires two boulders, block or wood, and metal bars. Provides some resistance to invaders. So that's going to be a little bit stronger than these regular walls. And they did also say that the type of metal also affects affects how strong your wall is. So they really didn't bring much, and I think because all we requested was instruments and these cows and bulls, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, we're still waiting for our... It's probably this guy here. He's moving slow. He's carrying that whole bin. So we'll go ahead and let him drop that off, and then we'll try and see what all we can trade for here. Okay, so let's trade. We're gonna go down through and let's tag what we want here. We're not gonna get that because that's 1,000. That's seems unnecessary. So altogether 3,019. We're not gonna trade that because that's worth so much. We're gonna see if we can trade some of these other things that aren't worth quite as much in order to make up the difference here. Did I click on something by accident? No, it's worth that much. Okay. So yeah, we don't even have to trade all of that. We can take some of this back off of here. Let's try and take some of these things that are more expensive and give some of these other cheaper items. I usually try and get it in the green if I can. I know you can make it in the yellow. Let's just go ahead and try and trade that. Okay, perfect. Oh, perhaps you consider something extra. Oh, he wants that, so I don't want to accept this. Let's see. Maybe we just have to do this again. Okay. Let's just mark this again. Because I did not want to accept his offer. There we go. And then that should be enough to get him to accept it. So let's go ahead and trade. There. Ah, wonderful. Thank you for your business. Okay, so we no longer need our trader here. And also, some of my animals, as you can see, have started to starve, unfortunately. So, I'm gonna take the other ones, and we had this other area over here. Yeah, where was it? I think we had a specific area. It might have been this area here where we were going to build, and I might just make this my pen and pasture area for some of my larger animals until hopefully we can get a little bit more fungus growing in that other area. So we're gonna grab any of our large animals, so these cows and bulls. I think that's everything. The goats and stuff I'm gonna leave down there. Yeah, that should be good. And we'll also have to, let's set this to priority 1 so they can come down here and get that going. We'll just mine out like that. And then they'll be able to get over here. And that means we can also have someone come and cut down these trees for us, as I think we are out of wood again. Let's come back over here and check and see if there's any wood close by, but it doesn't look like it. Okay. So our miners should, yep, they've already started to come down here, and we also have someone already coming to do that as well. So that's good. Yeah, I just want to keep an eye on this over here. It looks like it's drying up pretty quickly. I don't want to send anyone down until it's all dried up, just as a safety precaution. Because I don't trust them to not just walk right into the lava. So we still have them making cabinets, silver goblets, which I think they've used up all of our silver bars. And we just have the iron and copper left, but we can check real quick. So we have 52 iron, 33 copper, and 69 charcoal. So I'm going to go into our work orders and cancel this, and then just have them make some more copper goblets. And 10 is fine. I also think I want to tell them to start making iron weapons and armor. So we'll do iron helm, iron breastplate, iron mail shirt, iron gauntlets, iron shields, iron greaves, and iron low boots. Okay, so they'll get started working on that, and then I'll assign them weapons later. We should, yeah, we need to get some more wood before we can make more charcoal. Okay. So let's come up here and see how they're doing with this. They're doing pretty good. And we did get some more new dwarves to our fortress. And so I wanted to check real quick to see if we had gotten a we have a gelder, but I don't think we have an animal trainer just yet. Luckily we did get some diagnosticians. So they're gonna basically be medical dwarves that are good at diagnosing illnesses, injuries and stuff. So we're gonna want to go ahead and look at getting our hospital set up. So that's another thing I want to go ahead and designate. I'm thinking I want to come down here to our main level here, and I might oh, we have someone fighting. The human maceman is fighting a honey badger. Okay, nice. I don't think we really have our dwarves up on the surface very much, just because there's no tasks assigned up here. Hopefully eventually they come down and get that taken care of, and they still haven't gotten any of those other up yet either. But that's okay. They'll get that done. So I want to come up here, and I think I'm gonna build our hospital down here in kind of the living quarters area. So I'm gonna build another hallway off of here, and we'll just do it like that. And I think I just want to do a little bit different of a shape. So let's do 11 by 11. We could still do this for the main like entry to it. And I just like to finish the hallways down even with the building. And then up here, I think I want to do like a room that kind of comes off of this. And this will be kind of like our storage room, and we'll kind of do that circular-ish. Like we'll kind of like that. And then if this is going to be our storage room, I like to build a well in with our hospitals, just so that they have a source of water, because our dwarves, if they get injured, they will need someone to bring them water and to wash wounds and stuff. And then I think I want to do just one that's just kind of a little bit of a different shape. Just to kind of have a little bit of variety here. And we'll just do something like this. There we go. Kind of a different shape. And this is, I think, where we'll put like our traction benches and tables for like doing the surgery and stuff, and we'll put beds in here. So we'll have them come and start mining that out as well. So we're gonna need a couple more rock tables, and we're gonna need some rock. We're gonna need a rock coffer, but we'll just go ahead and have them make 10 of those as well. Let's make some more rock doors, and let's also, we're gonna need some chains, I believe, and mechanisms. So let's go ahead and have them make some of those as well. We'll make those out of copper. So copper chains, and we can just do rock mechanisms. We'll have them make some of those as well. Okay. Let's come back up here. They're getting pretty well done with this. And also, if you've noticed, I've had them start smoothing this out and engraving it, because I think the nicer that the excuse me, gonna take a drink there. I think the nicer that the tavern is, like the higher value the room is, the bigger the buff they get. So I've had them smooth all of the floors and walls, and I've had them engrave the walls as well. And I also assigned a tavern keeper, and I've also assigned 2 performers to come down here as well. So as you can see, we've got our guy that's working on engraving the walls here. And what's neat is you can actually click on them and see what's engraved. So here, engraved on the wall is an image of the table of Rakust. Okay, is there anything interesting? Engraved on the wall is an image of Doran, the deity of earth and mountains, depicted as a female dwarf by Rakust. Doran is striking a triumphant pose. So that's pretty neat. I love the attention to detail with this, and they finally did bring some of our kids' toys down here. Though with all the chores, I don't think they've had much time to just sit and and enjoy that. Do we still have? Okay, so we still have someone making drinks, but we have 115 plants. So let's see if I can come down. Is that one specific? Yep, so plants. So we have 122 plump helmets. So yeah, we definitely want to be brewing up some more of those. And we're definitely going to want to be planting some other things as well to start brewing with. Because, like I said, they do get kind of bored of drinking the same stuff all the time. Alright, so let's just do a quick check on our tunnel down here. So yeah, it's almost finished. I think we can go ahead and have them remove that. I might go ahead and make that a priority to remove that. Perfect. And they should be able to go back down the stairs, and we'll see where we want to build these walls. So I'm thinking if we do this, and we can just use all this bauxite that's already down here. We can kind of box in where our workshops are. And actually, I don't think we even need it that. We could probably do here, so let's go ahead and cancel that one. I'm really gonna hope these dwarves do not kill themselves trying to do this, but Let's do it like that. Oh, we can't build over the magma spot. Makes sense. Okay. And I also wanted to block this off, just so there's a couple less tiles it has to go through. Okay, so we've got that. And then let's do like this. Oh, again, we can't build over the magma spot. And we'll just come something like this. And cancel that one. And I think we'll just go down. Let's just do that for sake of if we have to come back down here in the future. So we'll let our dwarves build those, and hopefully they will not step in the magma, though I don't really trust them to do that. Okay. And then we're gonna finish this off. Now, I think I do... oh, we had some more migrants arrive. So let's pause this real quick. I do eventually want to put down some of these other things. So we're gonna need a magma glass furnace and a magma kiln. So I'm thinking we probably only need one each of those. So what I could do is just put it like over here. Put one here and the other here. So I'm just going to place those down and suspend the construction of them just as a placeholder for where they're going to be in the future. Magma kiln. And we'll just put them like that. Magma kiln. Oh, I did the same one. Whoops. Workshops, furnaces, magma glass furnace. There we go. And we'll just place them like that and suspend construction. And then we'll go ahead and hop back down here. So it looks like they're going to be here. So that actually lines up perfectly. So we can just go like this. And we'll create a channel. I really should have expected that it wasn't going to be able to reach quite this whole section here, but that's okay. And we're also going to suspend construction of this just so that they don't build it and then block off access to like these ones that are waiting for construction. So we did get quite a few new arrivals. So we have a gem cutter, a paper maker, a fish dissector, cheese maker, miller, another diagnostician, another peasant. Okay. And also, before I forget, we'll go ahead and let's actually hop up here and see if there's any more that's going to be arriving. So we're at 46. Okay, yeah, we are getting quite a few more now. So we'll have to focus on getting some more bedrooms going as well. And we have a human swordsman visiting. We completed our cabinets, which we're going to need more now that we have even more bedrooms needed. So, a trapper, gem setter, paper maker, those I already saw. A lye maker, a miller, and a couple peasants. So what I like to do is go through my labors and just click on these because it tells me like their skill level. So we don't have any new miners. We don't really need another woodcutter at the moment. Planters are what we really need. So let's assign our trapper as another planter because I have it set so only the selected ones do it, which just so that everyone doesn't spend all their time planting seeds and we get other things done. But I'm thinking about maybe changing that back just to get some more stuff planted, unless we get some more. We have Fisher Dwarves assigned. We have a legendary stonecutter. Okay. I don't know why you're assigned as a... You're also a woodcutter. You're just an adequate woodcutter, so I'll just keep you as a stonecutter then. And I like to assign my stonecutters as engravers. It just seems right. I know they don't have any skill in it, but that's okay. High Master Siege Operator. Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm just going to click on those so I remember that they have that skill, but still leave it so everyone can do it for now. Okay, so we should be good on that. Let's come down here and keep an eye on them. Oh, right, I need to check and see if they brought any animals with them. So let's come over here. And let's check and see our animals that aren't assigned to any pen or pasture. And we have a stray bull and we have a peacock. That's pretty cool. So let's come down here and we'll assign the peacock to this one. And eventually I think I'll build some more just to separate them out, but right now I just have them all in the same section. Okay, how are we doing on the walls? Seems like they're getting that done pretty quickly. I think some of this, when it says they're blocking the site, I think that's just from other dwarves running onto the tile as they're trying to build it, honestly. But yeah, they're getting that done pretty quickly. And we have someone that's very upset now, so let's check them. Oh, it's our monster slayer. So there's not really much we can do about that, I think. So let's let them finish building these wall pieces. And hopefully with having a lot less space, this will fill up a lot quicker. Are our miners still digging? Yeah, while they're doing this, wait a minute. I need to cancel that construction because I'm pretty sure, the magma will burn that, or will destroy that, I'm thinking. So let's have them cancel all that because that's wood. And click on these ones that just got suspended. Like I said, I think it's just because another dwarf was on the tile at the time. They still also are waiting for those to be constructed. Remove construction. Oh, okay. Really, he should be able to go up and around that, I think. Okay, well, let's cancel, let's deconstruct that for the moment. And he should be able to then go through and get that. Okay, he's on it. Let's come up here and see, have they, okay, so they have got that mined out. Let's go ahead and get some more bedrooms placed down. I think we'll come off of maybe here. Well, let's make sure that's 4. And then we'll kind of come off this way a little bit. And we'll put some rooms like this. Okay. These ones we can put a little bit closer together because we won't need to put a road in between those for any reason. And then let's come down here like this. So maybe we'll take those off, put that on, and we'll put another one here, and we'll come down to here, and we'll just line those up with that one. Oops. Now we are going to need quite a few because we're already up to 48 dwarves now. So once we started getting those migrants in, they really come in pretty quickly. So we'll want to get this expanded, get everyone their own bedroom set up. And let's do another row here. Are they going to fit there? No. So let's do this. There we go. Perfect. Get some more of these bedrooms put in. Getting a couple more work orders done. Now I forget what I was going to say. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll get these bedrooms put in. We'll start setting up our hospital. So we're gonna need to put a chest in here. And like I said, I'm gonna put my well here, I think. Just so they have access to water. We got a petition. So, okay. Now, the Order of Fingers has many worshippers in Hammerstroke, and now requires a temple and priest. Wow. Okay, so the location must be built and furnished with the new position appointed by you. So, I'm going to accept this, but I'm not going to approve it right now, just because I'm probably going to get sidetracked and completely forget which order, which religion wants me to do this. So I think what I'm going to do is, I was planning on actually building some of that down here. So I think what I'm going to do is come down here and build a little plaza here. And then we will come off of here and we'll build our first temple. So I think I want to build this one. We'll kind of make this one circular. That looks pretty good. Let's actually do that one more. Like that. So that's the center. And then they'll get to work on that. So they finished making beds. They finished rock coffers. Let's go ahead and assign more rock coffers and cabinets. And let's have them do 20 each of those. So they have only made a couple of the of those at the time for the time being. So let's come down and check on this. Still waiting on those two. Remove those. So build a construction wall. This time we're going to select material after placement. And we're going to do the bauxite. And it looks like we do have someone coming up here to build these wall pieces. So that's good. And that's the other one. These ones are still suspended. That's probably because of the, it looks like there's magma on that tile. So they're probably waiting for that to go out before they finish it. I wonder if they're getting a debuff from, choking on smoke. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. That's probably why some of our guys are a little more unhappy. They come down here to build this and they are around the smoke, because I figure it probably acts the same as miasma, the purple stuff there. So, yep, so they're getting that built. And then once they get all that finished, then we'll put that piece back in there. So they've got that finished. That's good. He's putting that piece in. Let's go ahead and up that to priority 1 for removing these, just so we can get that done sooner rather than later. Hopefully that will go out fairly quickly and we can get that built as well. Yeah, because then we can get this going and our shortage of wood won't slow down our production here. So here comes our miner to knock out that piece. And I'm sure our other one is not too far behind him. Yep, there we go. So we can go ahead and construct our walls in there. And then we'll just have to wait for that one to go out before they finish that. So let's check and see what everyone's doing. Storing items in stockpiles, cutting gems, picking up equipment, constructing buildings, encrusting finished goods, forging iron mail shirts, planting seeds. That's good. Okay. Let's come back up here. And I remembered what I was thinking too. I was thinking once we get to 50 population, I think that's when we are then able to get a mayor for our fortress once we get a little bit bigger. So that should be happening pretty soon then, probably on the next migration wave, I would think. Seems like once you get your first big one, then you start to get them in pretty quickly. I've also set up a little clothing area, so I have my leather worker and tanner, and then loom, clothing shop, and dyer's shop. So that way we can get some of that going, because we will need some more clothing here in the future, because it does take wear and tear, I believe, as they're wearing it. So did we get all of these rooms set up? No, we did not. So let's go ahead and check how many beds we have. Okay, so we have 12 beds. So we can get some of these set up as bedrooms. And eventually we'll get all these smoothed out as well. so they're a little bit nicer. But for the time being, having their own room will do better than sleeping in the dormitory. So we do have an order for doors, so they're going to be working on that. We're going to multiple door, get those 3, and let's see, we have don't have the doors for those yet, so but that's okay. I think most of these have cabinets and coffers already, so it should just be these ones down here. So let's see, furniture, let's do the chest first. If we have a couple of those we can place down. Okay. And I'm just going to do the ones that have beds in them already. And then we'll go back and do our cabinets. I like to place them right next to the beds. And I try not to do them all on the same side, just so it doesn't look too uniform. Alright, let's see. How's our magma situation doing? That's still burning, but that's okay. We should be able to go ahead and place this one down. Oh, select material after placement. Okay, perfect. So then we're just waiting on these 2 to be finished, and we'll be good to go with that. So I do have them making planting pigtails now. Pigtails, I think, are what you make into sheets for books, and I think you can also make them into cloth, which we do have a good bit of leather right now, but we'll definitely want some cloth to go with it. A masterpiece large point cut blue jade. Okay, that's nice. It seems our gem cutter is getting a little bit better. Okay, so they finally ran out of pots, which we have 519 drinks stored up already, so that's not too bad. Let's come up here and check out. Okay, so they've got our tavern, or excuse me, our temple almost finished. So let's put a work order in. To make an altar. I usually like to make them out of silver or something. Do we not have a bunch of prepared meals already made? Prepared meals. Yeah, we have 119. So I don't know why he was eating a slab of yak meat, but that's okay. Let's put in a work order for an altar, but I normally like to make them out of silver or gold, or some kind of valuable metal. But for now, I guess we'll just make one out of iron, or let's just make one out of rock, and then we can replace it later. So let's just make one of those. And I also need to make another slab, because one of the monster hunters that was with us died out in the cavern. So we're going to go ahead and make another slab and engrave that, so that way she doesn't haunt us. We'll just come down here and we'll do the same thing that we kind of did for our militia commander. We'll put one there and mine that out. And they also do a lot better job of getting all of the resources from our trade post whenever it's closer to us. So they've gone ahead and already mined all that out. So I'm going to come up here and go like this. Go up to the next level. And I'm going to have them... Whoops, I want that to be 4. They don't need to focus that. mine all this out. And then we can start digging down to make this all open for our dwarves. And what I might actually do as well, I don't know if it really matters, but I might do this. So that way it kind of, saving. Looks like we're moving into early autumn of our second year. So that way maybe there's a little bit of a vantage point from that northern section of the northern wall of the tower. Okay, so we're back. Like I said, I'm just gonna do it like that, so it kind of tapers off. Something like this. So that way maybe there's a little bit of a vantage point from there. So we have another human maceman that's visiting us. So this must be the first month for training for our squad, because you can see they just became axe dwarves, wrestlers, and hammer dwarves. Autumn arrives on the calendar. So another thing I was thinking, I want to build a tavern for our visitors, specifically. So I think I'm gonna build one down here, and we're just gonna do something like this. And maybe make it a little bit bigger. Like that. And we'll probably also put a small storage area up here for food. And then this way, all of our visitors that are coming have a spot to kind of hang out. That's kind of separate from people that are actually residing in our fortress. Here you can see that they're doing a little training. So he's leading a dodging demonstration, and they're participating. So we've struck more hematite. There's nothing to catch in the river. Now, I don't know if that means the brook up here, or if that means the actual lake that's down here in the cavern, which there should definitely be fish in the cavern layer, as we saw some being washed into our magma pool. So wow, that one is taking quite a while to go out, which is unfortunate because that's the last two that we're waiting on. So what I might actually do is just cancel these here, and then we'll just go like this and build out around it, something like that. So that way we can just get that finished and not have to sit here and wait for that to go out. So let's see if anyone picked up the job. Constructing building, yeah, so. Yep, it looks like they're going to run down here and get that built pretty quickly, as the resources are really close to it, just in this room here. So shouldn't be any trouble at all. So they finally cut through all of the rough gems that we had. So we'll hopefully pick some up as we're mining out this area. And eventually we will come back down here into this mine shaft that we kind of started, and get exploring for some more ores as well. Alright, so they should pretty quickly get that finished. And then we will be able to finally let the magma in, and hopefully, because we've taken out this large area, it will fill it up quite nicely. Also, let's go ahead and move the rock altar up in our queue. So hopefully they get that done just a little bit faster. There we go. Oh, okay, so it looks like a caravan from our mountain home has returned. So we'll have to see what goods they're going to be interested in buying for next year. I think we can go to... I don't know if I ever showed you this, which I probably should have earlier. I think I might have in the first episode. But here is our fortress of Hammerstroke. And then I believe these are our civilization here. And anything green is allied, and red is obviously our enemies. You can see we are on the front line of these goblins. So I thought it would be interesting to kind of be on the forefront of this war that's going to be looming between the goblins and the dwarves here. So we'll see how that goes. But I was going to check. I think there's a way to see. I think there's a way to see what they have requested from us. But I can't remember off the top of my head. How that's done. But I'm sure you guys know. So if you know, and feel free to leave a comment so I can check that, because I cannot remember always. I should probably just write it down, but I'm sure there's a way to check it in game as well. Write down what they ask from us. I think it was like plants and something else. But I think we're going to keep all of our plants. So let's check and see. Is our... No, they took it back. Let's check and see what we want to send to them. We can bring this finished goods bin back up. Because that has 8,000 value. So let's bring that up. And this one has 12,000. I want to keep the goblets, though, and the instruments, because those we'll need for our taverns. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else that might be worth something? If we have one that's particularly valuable, we could sell it, but doesn't seem like it. Okay. Okay, so I think we'll just bring that one up, and then we'll see what all they have to offer, and then we might bring something else up if there's something we're particularly interested in. Okay, so let's see. Have they finished construction down here yet? Nope, still waiting on that to finish. I don't think we have anyone doing that job yet. It looks like a lot of people are up here in our tavern socializing. And how are we doing on our work orders? We are starting to get quite a few work orders set in. Looks like the forging is going pretty well. Looks like they're about halfway through with some of those. Alright, so... Okay, perfect. Our rock altar is finished. So we're going to come up here to our temple. We're also going to set this to be smoothed because it has to reach a certain value for the room. So let's go ahead and place our offering place. We'll put that right there. Okay, so our caravans arrived. They're offloading their supplies. We have everyone jumping down here to finish that really quickly. And sometimes when you put something on the ground, it won't let you smooth over. And we've gotten even more migrants arriving now. And also, a farmers guild has been established. So they're probably going to want a guild hall here sooner. Here soon. So yep, we've just moved up to a village and we're at 56 population. Let's check and see our new arrivals. We have a bone carver and a clothier, a farmer, a thresher, a wood burner, a siege operator, a bone doctor. That's good. Okay, so before we forget, let's come in here and pick our chief medical dwarf. We have 2 accomplished diagnosticians. I stumble over that word every time. To pick from Aban or Vabak. Let's just go with Vabak. And now that we have our chief medical dwarf, we can come down here and we can designate this area as a hospital. I think it's under meeting. Is it under meeting area? I believe so. So let's just designate this whole area here. Except make this into a new hospital. And we're going to say that we want just 20 of each of these. So we will have to focus on getting some soap. We're going to leave it open to all visitors. Let's see if we can get a good name here. The Sanctuary of Cudgels. That would be a good name for like a barracks or something. The Modest Sanctuary, the Strategic Sanctuary. The Knowing Sanctuary of Rhymes. Of Rhythms, sorry. The Ageless Sanctuary. The Sanctuary of Alchemies. That's pretty cool. You'll keep that. Let's see. We need to go ahead and assign some of our dwarves here. So we have 2 that are accomplished diagnosticians. So let's do that. We don't have anyone that's a surgeon. We do have a novice bone doctor. Now, I'm not sure about this doctor position. Because there's not really a title that is just doctor. So what I might actually do is we made Vabak our chief medical dwarf, so I might just assign him as the doctor for this hospital. So I think we can go ahead and let's just assign him as well. But we don't have a surgeon yet. So maybe we'll get one of those here in the future. A diplomat could not complete a meeting and has left unhappy. I don't know if I've ever had that happen before. But, so yep, so we've hit our 50 dwarves and become a village. And now they have elected Lore as their mayor. So if we come into our nobles, we'll see our mayor. And he wants a decent study, a decent quarter, and a decent dining room. So we're going to have to focus on getting those things set up for him. So we're going to come up here, and we're just going to extend out this just a little bit more, I think, to come down to maybe there. And we'll put kind of the mayor's quarters down here. One of the things I like to do is kind of build a living quarters area that is specifically for nobles. Just because I think, you know what, if they've been the mayor, they probably want some place that's kind of like a nicer neighborhood to live in. So we'll focus on getting that done for him. They still haven't built this. They should definitely be getting that done. I don't know why they are not coming down to build that. It could be because of the fire and the smoke here. But they built this one very quickly. And these ones they haven't. Let's cancel that. And maybe we can... We'll try putting it down again so it comes back up. Oh, needs access. Wall. No access to 2 building materials of non-economic items. That's really weird. Yeah. It's telling me I don't have access to anything to make it out of. But yet there I do, just not in this area. Could that be because of the smoke? Yeah, because it's letting us build it there, but not there. Let's see. Let's cancel this. Deconstruct that. Let's see if we can just come up here and construct like this. Okay. So let's see if they come down and they do build all of this. Still saying construction inactive, but they probably don't want to walk next to the smoke and fire there. They're coming down to remove that. Let's come up here to our temple. And since we have that kind of set up, let's go ahead and assign meeting hall. And then we're going to designate it as a temple to the Order of Fingers. So we want a new temple. And we can see how many people worship each different deity here. And how many people are in that, and what they kind of are the deities of. So we have the Order of Fingers. We have 13 worshippers, and they worship Doran, and that is the god of mountains and the earth. So I'm really surprised that's kind of the one it is, because we have one up here that I passed at the very beginning. That one has 11 worshippers. That one had 13, but Doran here. Oh, wait. So that's kind of odd. That's Doran. But then also we have the Order of Fingers, which also worships Doran, but only has 13 worshippers. I guess this is more like the actual order, like the Church of the Fingers, I guess you can consider it. And then Doran is just the deity. So you could build one to just the deity or the order. So let's just double check that it is the Order of Fingers. Okay, so we'll do it for them then. So new temple, all the way down here to the Order of Fingers. And then, so right now it's a shrine with about 1,500 value. It needs to get to 2,000, and then I think we can assign a priest. So we're gonna let I think if you let visitors, I think it's like for guild halls, I've heard that if you allow visitors, it brings in dwarves from other settlements that have that profession. So I'm curious if it's the same thing if I allow visitors here, if it brings in worshippers for this temple. But I think for now we're just going to allow long-term residents long-term residents to join or to come to this temple. No, you know what? We'll leave it open to all visitors for the time being, unless I see some reason to change it. So we are going to need to put down a chest in here to store our musical instruments, and we're going to approve this. And then I think we need to start engraving some of these walls so that we increase the value and we're able to get up to the next tier. So we'll have someone come over and do that. Let's check on this to see if they actually did come down and build it. And it's still inactive, though we have someone on their way to break that block open. And while they're down here, we could actually break this one as well. Construction's inactive on all of them. Alright, and we have someone finishing the construction of this, so we'll get another plant type down. As soon as he finishes that, he's nearly done. I've just come across so many roadblocks in finishing this. It's very unfortunate. They built all the other tiles so quickly, and now they don't want to build just these last two. Let's give it one more attempt here. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to cancel that. I'm just curious if I put them in one at a time. Now, I guess we didn't have to go down that far. Well, we kind of do. Right? Oh, that's the wall tile there. So what we could do is come here, I don't remember where I put the hole for that one. What we could do is just have them go like that. And hopefully they'll build this. And we won't even need this section. Okay, so we have another temple being requested. For the sect of sucking. Interesting. They have many worshippers and now request a temple and a priest. So let's check. We have a lot of people with no jobs and people socializing, so we really need to get some more things going for that. But I've just been trying to focus on getting this done. I really wanted to have that accomplished in this episode. Let's real quick just check through our labors. So we have another miner, so that wouldn't be too bad to have. Planters. Okay, we do have some more planters that can be assigned. Which it looks like both of them are in our militia, so they'll only be doing the planting like every 3 months on rotation. And yeah, we did get another siege operator, so definitely want to tag them. Let's tag all of these guys as orderlies, just so that icon pops up and I know that they're working in our hospital. Oh well, these peasants are wound dressers and suturers, but they're not assigned to the hospital. Okay. So I'll have to remember that. Yeah. I don't know why they just don't want to build these walls. Oh, and we have a possession. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye out on what workshop they take. Alright, so we got this going pretty well. So I think the next episode we'll be able to start removing this layer and have this open here. I guess we will have to come here on the next layer down and mine that out so we can see from this tower down to this layer. Otherwise, I don't think that would do us very much good. Let's come up here and do the same thing. I did not go in the right direction there. Whoops. Come back up. And then we'll do this. There we go. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and see. I know we need 3 catapult parts and 3 ballista parts to make each of those. So let's do catapult parts. And let's do 12 of each. Whoops, 12, not 21. Let's do ballista parts. Let's same thing. Let's do 12 of those. And there's also a new one that is a bolt thrower. A bolt thrower fires a regular bolt rapidly. The operator swivels the machine from any available adjacent tile. Excuse me. So let's see what we need to make those. Need bolt thrower parts, need a chain, and an empty bin. Okay, so let's make some bolt thrower parts. Bolt thrower parts. And same thing, we'll make, whoops, wrong one. We'll make 12 of those. So that will be set up and ready to go. And then, like I said, we'll place, I'm thinking maybe putting the bolt throwers up here on this side, like one on each side, and maybe putting catapult or our ballistas here. Maybe doing the 2 ballistas, maybe not so much the catapults. I've heard they are quite effective now, as when they hit, they break up. But unfortunately, I think that's where we're going to have to leave this one for today. I'm really a little frustrated we didn't get this quite finished off, but I'm going to mess around with this, see if I can't get them to finish building this so it's ready to go for next episode. So hopefully when I bring you guys back in, we'll have this all filled up with magma and it will be ready to go. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Like always, any tips or tricks that you guys have, I'm more than welcome. You're more than welcome to leave those in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys, and you guys seem to know a lot about the different mechanics of this game, and it's really helped me out. Just a couple of different things you guys have said already. So, love hearing from you guys. Hope you're enjoying the series as always, and I will see you in the next one.